Okay, we're picking another SEC game here, Mississippi State versus Tennessee. Both these teams started the season hot. Both are currently in a free fall. They both lost the last two. They're both on 2-game losing streaks. Which losing streak is going to end? Tennessee versus Mississippi State. Let's pick. The source. So this line actually opened up Tennessee minus 8.5, but it moved to 9.5 really quick. When it moved to 9.5, a few sharps or a bunch of sharps came in and hammered Mississippi State. Look at this. Look at these numbers here. 97% of the money as of last night at 11 p.m. was on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Now, ever since that moment, though, the money has all been going Tennessee and fast. Everyone's betting the Volunteers in this one. I just checked a few minutes ago and it was up to 84% of the money now on Tennessee. Still at 9.5. I'm guessing there wasn't that much money bet on the game where the books didn't want to move the line. They were waiting for the big money to come in. But my guess is now that it's pretty definitive that Tennessee's going to be receiving a majority of the bets, they'll probably move that number to 10 shortly. Well, how do these two teams match up on the court? Well, Mississippi State's offense, Mississippi State right now is a completely different team than Mississippi State 3-4 weeks ago. Mississippi State's offense has completely fallen off. Last Tuesday, they scored 46 points against Ole Miss at home. And I know you're thinking, oh, 46, was that like the first half? No, in the entire game, they scored 46 points against Ole Miss, who's not even really good. They lost by 20 points, or I think 19, to Ole Miss. I'm telling you, the last 4 or 5 games, Mississippi State forgot how to score the basketball. The Bulldogs have a lot of holes on that team, but when you look at this team's analytics over the course of this season, there's one glaring weakness that pops out. Their defense against the deep ball. They are dead last in the SEC in both three-point percentage against and total three-pointers made. So teams take a lot of threes against Mississippi State and they make them at a high clip against Mississippi State. So the next obvious question will be, well, is Tennessee a good three-point shooting team? The answer is kinda. They're efficient from three-point. They're like 4th or 5th in the SEC in three-point percentage, but they don't take a lot of threes. In fact, outside shooting isn't really a big part of Tennessee's offense. They run a lot of pick and rolls, a lot of isolation mismatches. The three-point shot is not a big part of Tennessee's offense. You would think they'll try to take advantage of Mississippi State's horrible defense on the perimeter, but we'll have to see. But just like Mississippi State, in the last 2 games, Tennessee has not looked like Tennessee. Florida's top 3 players were out, and they beat Tennessee by 26 points. Tennessee has not looked good recently. So basically the question we need to ask right now is, which of these 2 teams that are playing like trash is going to decide to not play like trash tonight? So which team is it? Well, Tennessee is the much better team, definitely. But the problem for me, my personal problem with it is I watched Tennessee's last 2 games. Watched the whole game, both of them. They look awful. I cannot put my money on that team right now. So I'm going to go with the Bulldogs, and I know they haven't looked good either, but I'd be more comfortable with that 9.5 points. So I'm going with Mississippi State, but I'm holding out. I'm not locking it in yet. I'm holding off to see if I can get 10 or 10.5. So Mississippi State plus 9.5 or hopefully higher. If anything changes, I will tweet it out and put it on my Instagram story. So if you plan on following me with that pick, make sure you check those 2 platforms to see nothing's changed.